G'day, g'day, g'day. It's Friday, sharpen focus as we turn the lights on, and we're going to reflect on yesterday, cultivate awareness, and what I brought into my awareness world and how I'm going to sharpen my focus today. Now, I've been sharing a bit of a secret around what's been going on in my life over the last couple of years and whether or not my life would continue. And that's almost coming to a head, but not in the way some people expected, especially the people that have been fighting against me, because I'm not a fighter, I'm more of a lover. We're also going to look at the books that we're about to release and more shirts. So we've got a web guy who's come on board and he's going to help set up the website so we can give away a lot of this stuff. We are a charity, we're aiming to be a charity, but we need more help. Be more social. Simply say give.
Do you feel like there's never enough time in the day? Are you struggling to switch off from work, the internet, and social media? It's time to reconnect with family, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, yourself. Join the Be More Social Daily Challenge. Just 10 minutes a day to recharge, gain more energy, and enjoy what matters most. Let's begin.
G'day, g'day, g'day. I might as well give you another 3. We got cut off the last one in the short intro. And you'll notice, no laptop today. I'm recording down here because what I generally do is I transcribe my videos so I can create descriptions and write chapters in books. And as I mentioned earlier, Be More Social is publishing books now, and it's plural. I've been storing books that I've been writing for months, and it's just been finding the technological skills to be able to upload them. So my focus has been all over the shop, but I know the big picture, but it's about zoning in. So it looks like we might have our first paid employee coming on board today. We've been testing and measuring over the last few weeks, and some people come and go. I know what I'm saying, it's just I'm not sure what other people are hearing, because often we send and receive mixed messages. It's just English. Actually, it's probably most languages, because it's what goes on in our heads. And that's yesterday, cultivating awareness. So where we know what we don't know and where we know what we know, it's bouncing between the two. And when we think we know what we know, it's quite possible we don't know what we don't know. And that's where it gets a bit tricky, because the 3 levels start to play with each other. That's why there's 3 levels of rocks. Make sense? So that top rock is the conscious competence. Or is it the bottom rock? Well, they say we only use 7 to 10% of our brain, or our conscious competence. Or is it our conscious competence and our conscious incompetence? Or is it conscious, unconscious incompetence? Unconscious competence. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. It's conscious incompetence. Unconscious competence is the 4th level that I don't talk a lot about. That's like when you're driving to a destination and for 10 minutes you just zone out and end up where you were aiming to be. That's where your skill is so natural that you get to places without realizing you actually had to do something. Sort of like walking. You know, when you first started, you had to practice holding the bench and slowly climbing up and then being really consciously aware of your steps. Now we tend to walk freely. So it's about being mindful. So that's that whole mindful practice. But why am I sharing this? Well, when we have conversations, often what I say is not necessarily what I mean, because my brain goes so fast that the words that come out don't keep up with what's up here. So I imagine I may have said something to you, where in actual fact, I said it up here. So we need to be more mindful and aware of what we say. So how do I practice that? Right here with these videos. So by me keeping a record or a diary of my daily events, I'm practicing how I slow down my speech. Now for me, this is extremely slow. And when I play it back, I fall asleep because I can talk so fast that people don't understand what the hell I'm saying and they think that I'm talking double Dutch. But that's where I start to slur, and that's where I skip over words. I know this because my wife has similar strengths but slightly different, and she talks and misses sentences and half sentences. I'm sure people have met people who do that too, or maybe you are one of them as well. And that's okay because it's a strength. It's about understanding the language of strengths. So I was talking about something that's been going on in my life, and it's what I'd like to say what started my depression or my journey into darkness. But in actual fact, I like to look at it as the end. So we begin with the end in mind and we end with the beginning in mind. So the beginning of the end was starting Be More Social. Okay? So Be More Social, the charity, can't start until I finish whatever it is that's in my past. Does that make sense? So I'm going through a battle, a court battle, a legal battle, and it just keeps getting prolonged. But it's over for me because I win, because I have a story. I lived this and I survived, just barely. But this other side, they want to put a price on my life and they're not happy with the negotiation. I think what we finally offered was fair, but they didn't accept it. So it'll come out in the wash, whether I will never say their name again. I will never admit the person who's involved. I can use hints and you can probably guess. And I'm going to write books about it and I'm going to promote them. And the people that I talk to in real life know exactly what I mean. And the people that I talk to on video calls also know exactly what I mean. So for example, yesterday I spoke about Lockie and we talked at 3:30 in the morning. That gives me energy. See, I spend so much time alone at home. Well, I've got Pip with me, but it gets a bit much talking to her all day. But I do spend a lot of time on camera recording, and I do use ChatGPT, and I talk to ChatGPT because it does voice to text transcription. So instead of typing out an email, I speak the email. It then polishes my language so it sounds nice and wonderful because I fluctuate between positive and not so positive. So I need to focus my language on empowering language. Remember, that's Wednesday, elevating language. So all of these daily challenges, they all start to meld into one. So for me on Fridays, to sharpen my focus, I've actually spent the whole week trying to publish books, trying to print t-shirts, trying to deal with legal lawyers, trying to sort out accountants, trying to post videos, trying to edit videos, doing 2, 3, 4 hour walks a day with Pip, going and meeting strangers, meeting friends, meeting family. And people go, wow, you can't do that. There aren't enough hours in the day. But a lot of it I'm doing up here because I know my strengths. I know my values. I know my beliefs, and I know the big picture for Be More Social. See, Be More Social is only one small cog in the whole wheel, because the whole wheel is the whole world. It's you and me and Pip and Nick and Lockie and Dave and Barry and Fred. It's everyone. Be More Social is bringing people back to community, to connection. That's how we overcome the cost of living crisis. Gone are the days where you'd barter. I have an apple, you have an orange, I'd like an orange, you'd like an apple, let's trade. Companies have tried this before, but as soon as money gets involved, it tears the system down because it all balances out by who has more money than someone else. Can I conquer that? I don't know. I don't think so. It's too much for me in my lifetime. Can Be More Social? Well, if this becomes a legacy, maybe. Will I be reincarnated or looking down from a heaven? I have no idea. I'm not really that religious, and I talk about this all the time. It was squeezed out of me when I was a teenager. That could have been where my depression started. or it could have been in the womb, or if I was reincarnated, it could have been when I was Cleopatra 5,000 years ago. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. So cultivating awareness again. I don't know what I don't know, and I don't know what I don't care about. It's simple. So yes, I care about you, but if I don't know you, how do I get to know you? So I'm staring at a phone at the moment, talking into a camera. I don't know who's watching. I know there are people watching, not right now, because I am living now, in the moment. But sometime in the future, whether it's 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, I know someone will watch this video. How do I control that? Well, I control the video. I control when it goes live. And I don't mean me live in person like Facebook Live or TikTok Live. I mean me editing the video, posting it to social media, and then allowing somewhere between 10 minutes and 3 hours for the video to upload, depending on the internet, depending on the platform that it's on. There's all these multi-variable variables. So there's all these different layers, but I understand these layers and I don't let it get to me. I persevere because I know my bigger purpose, my why. I clarify my purpose every Monday, every day, because not only is this daily challenge, these 7 daily challenges, I do them every day because I've been practicing and sharing these for 10 years, or more than 10 years now. So by rights in the business world, that means I'm an expert. But some people, they want a piece of paper. I went to this university. Well, I did that. But I did a degree in psychological science, not psychology, science. So what does the science side of it mean? It means learning about the brain. So I have the degree in that. Am I an expert? I like to think so. But what's important to me, my value system, is learning, growing, and sharing. Similar to the daily challenges, but they all start to interlock. Embrace learning, learn, practice, share. For me, values, learn, growth, and contribution, or learn, growth, and share. Doesn't matter because when they all lock together, they're all great. But how do I contribute back to society? Sharing my time and energy in real life, on video, in books, in t-shirts. Now I'm Be More Social. If you want to buy a Be More Social t-shirt, yes, you can. But why not design your own? I'll do it for you. Just drop in the comments below, be more, whatever you want. Be more whatever. Be more happy. Be more sad. If you want to, it's up to you, literally. And we'll design it. And this guy, hopefully, Tim, good man, not my brother, but maybe a brother from a mother, the way they say it. Holy crap, it's 11 minutes. I've gone way past. I was going to really keep it to 10 minutes today, but I've gone past. So that's where it's at. The court case was meant to be finalised yesterday because the final offer was on the table. Now, if it hasn't come through, which I haven't heard, I was told it was going to be finished yesterday. So as far as I'm concerned, we might be going to court. But I don't care because I've already won. I've already got a story and I can share it now with the world. I've written the book. It's just a matter of who wants to buy it. And it's a book about heartache. It's about overcoming stress. It's about Albert Facey and an unfortunate life. Or is it a fortunate life? Did you read that one in Year 7? I did. I remember it. It's a comedy. It's about the times around one of the world wars. I'm not sure which one. I'm guessing World War One. But that's what we were studying. Actually, was it history or was it English? Don't know. Mixed messages. We get them everywhere. Or they're all connected. It's just whichever message you're listening to or engaging in or enjoying. So are you enjoying this? Are you being more social? Because most people are facing have. I need to have a new house. I need to go to work. I need to have this. I need to have that. And what do you got to do? I got to go to work. I got to spend this. I got to do that. I got to do this. When you start to be me or you, then you start to do, and then the have comes later. It's pretty simple. You just flip everything upside down, turn it round back to front. Just like the TikToks where you're seeing the camera reverse at the beginning of the video. We flip it every day on our videos. So if you love these challenges, simply plug in 15 minutes a day. That's as easy as it is. Don't try and overanalyze it. Listen to it on the way to work. It's much better if you work because the body language tells a story in itself. Because those that aren't watching can't see that because they're only listening to the words and maybe the tone. That's what this is all about. It's about communication. Or is it? Maybe it's about something else. About being more social. Simply say g'day.
Thanks for listening as we take on the Be More Social challenge. Join Danny Crouch tomorrow as he shares his journey, and we hope you'll join in too. Drop a comment below. Tell us how it's going, ask questions and share your insights. Find more details in the description or at chooseyourchapter.com.au. Let's make time, boost energy, and aim to be more social today.